Hello and welcome to Senior Health Over 60, the channel where we bring you reliable health, nutrition, and lifestyle tips designed especially for Americans over the age of 60. Whether you're here to take better care of your heart, your bones, your memory, or simply to feel your best every day, you're in the right place. Today's topic might surprise you. 4 nuts every senior should eat, and 4 you should avoid at all costs. Yes, you heard that right. Most of us grew up thinking all nuts are healthy. But the truth is, some of the most popular nuts in your kitchen cabinet could actually be harming your health, quietly raising your blood pressure, damaging your liver, or even speeding up cognitive decline. As a physician who has worked with older adults for decades, I agree that what we eat profoundly affects how we age. But here's what many don't realize. It's not just about avoiding the wrong foods, it's about choosing the right ones to support your body as it changes. And that's exactly what we're diving into today. Before we get started, don't forget to like this video, share it with someone you care about, and subscribe to Senior Health Over 60. Your support helps us bring more life-changing content to the community. And trust me, what you'll learn in the next few minutes could change how you snack forever. Part 1. The 4 nuts every senior should eat. First place medal 1. Brazil nuts, a natural boost for your thyroid and nerves. Let's start with a nut that often flies under the radar, the Brazil nut. While it may not be as common as almonds or peanuts, this nut is a powerhouse, especially for seniors. What makes Brazil nuts so unique? Just one single nut contains more than 100% of your daily recommended selenium, a mineral that plays a crucial role in supporting thyroid health. And here's why that matters. As we age, our thyroid function often slows down without us even realizing it. The symptoms, fatigue, low mood, brain fog, are easy to mistake for just getting older. But often, it's a silent thyroid imbalance. Selenium also helps protect your nervous system by supporting the myelin sheath, the protective coating around your nerves. This is vital for maintaining good reflexes, steady coordination, and sharp thinking well into your 70s and beyond. I've had patients like Mary, 67, who struggled with fatigue and mild depression. After incorporating Brazil nuts regularly into her diet, just 1 or 2 a day, she noticed better energy, improved mood, and more mental clarity. But here's the key: more isn't better. Because they're so rich in selenium, just 1 to 2 Brazil nuts per day is all you need. I recommend choosing unshelled ones and storing them in the fridge to preserve their natural oils and avoid rancidity. Second place medal 2. Pistachio, a heart-healthy snack that's easy on the joints. Pistachios are, in my opinion, one of the most underrated nuts out there, especially for older adults. They're not just tasty, they're packed with benefits that matter as we age. First off, pistachios are high in potassium and relatively low in sodium, a rare and powerful combination that supports heart health and helps keep blood pressure in check. I've seen patients who struggled with mild hypertension see real improvements just by swapping salty snacks for a small handful of pistachios. They're also rich in lutein and zeaxanthin, 2 antioxidants that protect your eyes from age-related macular degeneration, the leading cause of vision loss in seniors. That's not just a bonus, it's a big deal. And there's more. The act of shelling pistachios helps slow down eating, promoting mindfulness and helping prevent overeating. In fact, studies show that seeing the empty shells build up can actually help you eat less, a great built-in tool for portion control. Joe, a 72-year-old retired teacher I work with, was struggling to manage his blood pressure. We added pistachios, about 1 ounce per day, or roughly 49 nuts, to his daily routine. Over 3 months, his readings improved and his snacking became more mindful. If you have arthritis or limited dexterity, look for pre-shelled pistachios that are unsalted or lightly salted. And remember, a little goes a long way. Third place medal 3. Walnuts, the brain's best friend. When you look at a walnut, you'll notice something fascinating. It looks a lot like the human brain. And as it turns out, that's no coincidence. Walnuts are one of the best plant-based sources of omega-3 fatty acids, particularly alpha-linolenic acid, ALA, which supports brain health, reduces inflammation, and promotes smooth communication between brain cells. That's especially important in older adults, where memory, reaction time, and cognitive flexibility tend to decline. One clinical study found that seniors who ate just 5 ounces of walnuts daily saw improved mental clarity and faster cognitive processing in as little as 8 weeks. Walnuts also contain melatonin, which helps regulate sleep. As we get older, our natural melatonin production drops, leading to poor sleep and next-day fatigue. For some of my patients, a small handful of walnuts before bed has helped restore more restful sleep without medication. Plus, they support your heart. Walnuts lower LDL cholesterol and improve arterial flexibility. If you're on blood pressure meds, walnuts may even enhance their effects. And one more benefit: cracking walnuts can help maintain hand dexterity and motor skills. A fun, hands-on way to stay mentally and physically engaged. Sports Medal 4. Almonds, the bone-strengthening powerhouse. Almonds are often praised for heart health, and rightly so, but they deserve even more attention for what they can do for your bones. After age 65, bone density naturally decreases. That makes us more vulnerable to fractures, especially in the hips and spine. Almonds are rich in calcium and magnesium, 2 key nutrients that help keep bones strong. Here's something most people don't know. Magnesium helps escort calcium to the bones and away from your arteries, reducing the risk of calcification and heart issues. That's why this combination matters. Almonds are also high in fiber, which supports digestive health, a common concern in seniors. A single serving, about 15-20 almonds, delivers around 3-5 grams of fiber, making it a natural aid for constipation. I always recommend choosing raw or dry roasted almonds without salt and keeping the skin on. The skin contains powerful flavonoids that, when paired with vitamin E, create an antioxidant duo that helps protect brain cells from oxidative damage. Just a word of caution: almonds can be a choking hazard if you have difficulty swallowing. Always chew slowly and consider sliced or slivered options if needed. Part 2. The 4 nuts seniors should avoid. Warning 1. Peanuts, hidden dangers in a familiar snack. Let's start with perhaps the most surprising nut on the avoid list: peanuts. Yes, they're everywhere. Peanut butter sandwiches, trail mix, snack bars, it's a staple in many American homes. But here's the catch: peanuts aren't technically nuts. They're legumes, and that small detail makes a big difference, especially for older adults. Because they grow underground, peanuts are more prone to contamination by molds that produce aflatoxins, toxic compounds linked to liver damage and even certain cancers. While U.S. regulations limit exposure, consistent consumption can pose a risk, particularly in aging bodies where liver function may be slowing. Peanuts also contain proteins that can trigger inflammation, even in people without allergies. For seniors dealing with joint pain, heart conditions, or cognitive issues, this low-grade inflammation can quietly worsen symptoms. I've seen this firsthand. One of my patients, Walter, age 70, was using a blood thinner. After regularly snacking on peanut butter, his blood pressure rose, and we discovered the vitamin K content in peanuts may have been interfering with his medication. Commercial peanut butters make things worse, often filled with hydrogenated oils, extra sugar, and salt. They stress both your heart and kidneys. Even natural varieties can go rancid quickly, releasing harmful free radicals if not stored properly. If peanuts are a regular part of your diet, consider cutting back. Swap in safer alternatives like pistachios or almonds a few times a week, and your heart and brain will thank you. Warning 2. Cashews, a sweet danger for blood sugar and bones. Cashews are smooth, creamy, and delicious, but they come with a hidden cost, especially for older adults. First, cashews are higher in carbohydrates than most nuts. Just 1 ounce has about 9 grams of carbs and less fiber to slow it down. For the roughly 25% of Americans over 65 with diabetes and the 48% who are pre-diabetic, this can cause dangerous spikes in blood sugar. They also contain oxalates, compounds that bind to calcium in the gut. That reduces calcium absorption, not good news for bones already losing density with age. And if you're prone to kidney stones, cashews may increase that risk due to these very same compounds. What's more, cashews go through extensive processing to remove a toxic resin, urushiol, found in the shell, which is the same chemical found in poison ivy. That processing strips out some nutrients and often leaves behind roasted, salted, or oil-heavy versions on grocery store shelves. I once worked with Linda, a 68-year-old who had been snacking on cashews daily. Her blood sugar climbed despite no changes in other parts of her diet. When we removed the cashews and introduced lower glycemic nuts, her readings improved in just a few weeks. There's also a choking hazard to consider. Cashews are smooth and curved, making them easier to accidentally aspirate. Seniors with swallowing difficulties should be especially cautious. All in all, cashews may taste indulgent, but for many older adults, the risks outweigh the rewards. Warning 3. Macadamia nuts, the fat trap hiding in a gourmet shell. Macadamia nuts are often seen as a luxury nut, creamy, buttery, and decadent. But they're also the most calorie-dense nut on the market, with roughly 200 calories and 22 grams of fat per ounce. Now, fat isn't inherently bad, but macadamias are extremely high in saturated fat, which can raise LDL, bad cholesterol. That's a concern for many seniors already managing heart disease or high cholesterol levels. They're also very rich, which makes them easy to overeat. Add in a slower metabolism that comes naturally with age, and you've got a recipe for unwanted weight gain, something that can impact joint health, energy, and blood sugar balance. There's a digestive angle too. The gallbladder, which helps break down fats, becomes less efficient with age. Macadamias can trigger gallbladder discomfort or flare-ups in individuals who may not even know they have gallstones, which affects about 15% of seniors. One of my patients, Fred, 73, cracked a dental crown while biting into a macadamia nut. Their density can be hard on older teeth, especially those with fillings, bridges, or implants. And finally, macadamias are expensive, leading some to buy cheaper, improperly stored versions that are more prone to rancidity, creating inflammatory compounds that do more harm than good. If you love rich flavor, try pistachios instead. They're gentler on the heart, your wallet, and your teeth. Warning 4. Pine nuts, the unexpected medication disruptor. Pine nuts might seem harmless. They're tiny, mild, often tucked into pesto or gourmet dishes. But for seniors, these little nuts can cause big problems. First, pine nuts can cause pine mouth, a bizarre condition where everything you eat tastes bitter or metallic, sometimes for days or even weeks. While it may sound harmless, this can lead to loss of appetite, weight loss, and even depression, especially in older adults who are already eating less or struggling with food enjoyment. But the real concern: pine nuts can interfere with common medications. Over 60% of adults over 65 take multiple prescriptions, and pine nuts have been linked to interactions with statins, antidepressants, and blood pressure meds. These interactions are rarely discussed, even by pharmacists. They're also high in polyunsaturated fats, which oxidize quickly and create inflammation, not ideal for seniors managing arthritis or chronic pain. Add to that their small, slick size, which can make them easy to aspirate, particularly in those with dry mouth or swallowing difficulties. And you have a food that's more trouble than it's worth. For something safer and equally flavorful, stick to walnuts or almonds. They're better studied, better tolerated, and far less risky for seniors. Brain closing, key lessons, and final call to action. So there you have it, 8 everyday nuts, each with a powerful impact on your health as you age. We've talked about the powerhouses like Brazil nuts, walnuts, almonds, and pistachios, nutrient-dense allies that can support your brain, your bones, your heart, and even your sleep. And we've also taken a close look at some surprising culprits: peanuts, cashews, macadamias, and pine nuts, that, while tasty, may be working against your body's natural needs, especially in your 60s, 70s, and beyond. What this tells us is simple. Even small choices can create major changes over time. I've seen it again and again in my own practice. Seniors who make subtle adjustments, choosing the